So now let's see about the working capital policies or approaches of working capital policy. So here the three different what you call as working capital approaches or policies are there. One is called as conservative approach, moderate approach, or otherwise called as maturity matching, and third one is aggressive approach. What is this conservative approach is they finance all the fixed assets, permanent current assets, and some temporary working capital with long-term debt or equity. So all the fixed and the permanent current assets, everything will be financed with long-term debt or equity. And short-term financing is used for the remaining temporary current assets. See, actually, the working capital can be classified as a permanent working capital as well as a temporary working capital. Here, in conservative approach, they use short-term financing for financing their temporary working capital or temporary current assets. Whereas for remaining other things, fixed assets, permanent current assets, they use long-term debt or equity. So in this case, the risk is lower and return is also lower. And moderate approach means finance fixed assets and permanent current assets with long-term funds and temporary current assets with short-term funds. So this is the procedure they follow. Here, moderate risk and moderate return. That is the what we call as the return what we can get as well as the moderate approach of working capital is concerned. The third one is aggressive approach. That is, they finance all the temporary current assets, permanent current assets, and some fixed assets with the short-term debt. And long-term financing is used for the remaining fixed assets. So, which means that they use short-term financing for everything, for even fixed assets, current assets, temporary working capital, that is temporary current assets as well as permanent current assets. For everything, they use short-term financing. So, that is high risk and high return. So, this is the three different types of approaches we can see as far as the working capital approach or working capital policies is concerned. So, this is the different things you need to know. So now, let's see here with this policy or the three different type of policies with this example. Find out the working capital policy of the following companies and interpret the results. So as I told, there are three different approaches or policies are there: conservative, moderate, and aggressive. Here, three companies' data is given. One is there is company A, company B, and company C. And for each company, 3 years data is given from 2019 to 2017. Similarly, for company B, 2019 to 17. Similarly, for company C, all the 3 years data. Now, what we have to do is, let us take year-wise. For example, for 2019 of all the companies' data, let us take, and we will calculate what we call as, or we'll check what type of working capital policy or current asset policies that particular company follows. Now, for 2019, so the same data we have to rearrange like this. What we have to do is sales data. That is for company A, the sales data. That is for 2019 we have to take. Similarly, for company B, the sales data. And similarly, for company C, the sales data we have to take. Next is EBIT. That is earnings before interest and tax. That is for company A. And for company B, this is the data for 2019. And for company C, the EBIT is this one, 2148.85. EBIT we have taken. Next is current assets. So whatever data that is given here, we are just taking only the 2019 data or arranging in this order. And current asset for 2019 for A is 1375 and for B is it is 11,078 that as I mentioned, and for company C is 6848.10. Then total asset for company A this one, and for company B this one, for company C this one for 2019. So that has been mentioned here, 2019 total assets. Now fixed assets data we require. Fixed assets, see, as far as the balance sheet is concerned, the balance sheet is nothing but it comprises of the right hand side, the asset side comprises of current assets and fixed assets. When you add a current asset and fixed asset, you will be getting the total asset. So now here total asset and current asset is given. We require fixed assets. Fixed assets how to calculate? And total asset minus current asset. So for each total asset, subtract this current asset value. That is 8108.21 minus 1375.84. You will be getting this fixed asset. Similarly, 58.436.45 minus 11,478.72. You will be getting this fixed asset. Similarly, you have to do it for company C also. 26,990.73 minus 6848.10. You will be getting this one. So now fixed assets we have got. The next one is return on total assets we need to calculate. Return on total assets, if you want to calculate, the formula is EBIT by total asset into 100. So which means for company A, EBIT is this one, 1026.37 divided by the total assets 8108.21. So divide these two first, multiply with 100, you will be getting 12.66. Similarly, for company B, EB80 is 6520.27 divided by total assets 58436.45, multiply with 100, you will be getting. Similarly, if you for company C, you will be getting 7.96. So now the next thing is we have to find out which type of working capital policy the particular company follows. The formula or ratio which is used to find out the working capital policy is current asset by fixed assets. So here we have current assets and here we have fixed assets. Divide these two, 1375.84. So let us check here. For company A, the current asset is 1375.84. That should be divided with fixed assets 6732.37. So you'll be getting 0.204. So it means 0.20. Similarly, we have to do it for company B and C. So when you divide, this means current asset, this one 11,078.72 divided by fixed asset. So divided, which means 0.24. Then similarly, if you do it for company C, which means that is nothing but current asset this value and divided by the fixed assets 20.63. We are getting this one. Now, based on these values, we have to identify which company follows company conservative, aggressive, and moderate. So now, as per this one, higher current asset by fixed asset means conservative approach, conservative policy. That particular company is using conservative policy, which means out of these three data, 0.34 is the highest, which means company C is following conservative working capital policy or conservative current asset policy. So in that lower value, lower current asset by fixed asset means aggressive. So which means among these three, the lower is this one, 0.20, which means this company is follow aggressive working capital policy or current asset policy. So in between these two is 0.24, that is nothing but this company is following moderate working capital policy or current asset policy. So now we have to write the interpretation for this one. So which means that's what I mentioned here. Lower current asset by fixed asset ratio means aggressive current asset policy. Which means among these three, the lower one is this one. So which means this company is follow aggressive. What is the meaning of aggressive current asset policy means? Here the liquidity position is poor for the company because they may not have sufficient what you call as current assets to meet their short-term requirements. It means poor liquidity and risk is more. Whereas in case of higher current asset by fixed asset ratio, which is 0.34, which means conservative current asset policy, that is company C, which means greater liquidity and lower risk. So now in the same way, 2019 for the year 2019 we have calculated the same way for 2018 and 2017 it should be calculated, and finally we can check the company follows what type of policies, that is whether the year 2019 alone they follow aggressive, or in 18 or 17 it's 17 also we follow, the company follows the same, we have to check. So that is for 2018 if you want to calculate. Let us take 2018 data alone for all the companies. That is the same template we can take. For 2018, let us calculate. So this is for 2018. For 2018, let us calculate the current asset and the fixed asset ratio so that we can know whether they are following conservative or aggressive. So even you can check here in the previous 2019 data, the company which follows conservative policy, the return will be low. Okay, that is what I mentioned here. The return is low, but risk is less. Whereas the company which follows aggressive, the return will be more. But at the same time, the risk is also more. So that is the general rule of finance. Greater the risk, greater will be the return. So now, let us take 2018 data for all the three companies. So this is for 2018 sales. So first let us use this same template for 2018. So for company A, the sales of 2018 sales, let's take this data first. this. Let us take 2018 data of this company or company A. So that is sales data is this one 4585 that is used for right. The next data is current assets, total assets, and EBIT. So this is current assets for 2018 for company A. This is total asset. This is EBIT. So the data which we have used is for company A. The similar way, we have to take the data for company B. Company B, this data let us take. That is, this is the sales data. This one is the current asset data. This one is the total assets. And this one is the EBIT. So similarly, we have to take the data for 2018 company C. Let's take company C data, 2018 data. So this is the sales of company C. This is current asset. This is the total assets. This one is EBIT. So now 2018 data of the three companies have been taken. So now let us calculate fixed asset. Fixed assets for all the three companies we have to calculate. So fixed assets, you know how to calculate. The formula is total asset minus current asset. So now let us calculate. Here the total asset for company A is, it comprises of 7090.42 minus current asset is 1298.28. So which means 5792.14. That is the fixed assets for company A. Similarly, we have to do it for company B. Here the total asset is 54373 minus the current assets 10,540.26, which means 43829.74. 43829.74. Similarly, we have to do it for company C. So which means here the total asset is 25,186. 86.68 minus the current asset is 5754.94. It comprises of 19,431. 19,431.74. So that is the fixed assets. Now the return on total assets, how to find out is EBIT by total assets into 100. So which means so EBIT. So the EBIT value is a company A. EBIT is 1099.43 divided by total assets. The total asset is 7090.42. Means 15.55. You can take 0.16, which means multiply with 100. We're getting 15.5. Can mention as 15.5 or 16. So we will take as 16%. We can round off. The next, similarly for company B, if you want to find out, the formula is EBIT, which means 5883.28 divided by total assets. Total asset is 54,373. Then it should be multiplied with 100. So we'll be getting 10.8. So you can take it as 11. Similarly, we have to do it for company C also. So for company C, the EBIT is 1891.46 be divided with the total asset is 25,186.68. Comprises of this value, if it multiplied with 100, which means 7.5, can round it up to 8%. Okay, so the next one is current asset by fixed assets we need to find out. That is where we can identify whether the company follows the what you call it as the aggressive or conservative or the what you call it as moderate policy. As far as the 2019 is concerned, this lawyer or aggressive followed by company A. So we can mention that also, company A. And this one is higher conservative followed by company C. And moderate is followed by company B. Okay, so now for 2018, let us check here. So here, current asset by fixed assets. So current asset by fixed assets for company A, let us check. Current asset value is 1298.28 should be divided with the fixed assets 5792.14. So which means 0.2. So let's go for the second company. It is company B. Current asset is 10,543.26 should be divided with the fixed assets 43,829.74. Means 0.24. Third company, let us check. It is company C. Current asset is 5754.94. That should be divided with the fixed assets 19,431.7. Which means 0.29. So which means you can take 0.30. So now, as per the 2018 data is concerned, the highest current asset fixed asset is followed by company C and lowest is company A. So which means the same what you call it as the interpretation we have to write. So which means lower current asset to fixed asset ratio means aggressive. So which means among these three values, the lowest one is 0.22. So which means company A again following aggressive working capital policy. And similarly, to take up the highest current asset by fixed asset ratio, that is company C, they are following conservative. That is company C. Here you can mention as conservative. And in between value, the company that follows what is called as moderate. That is company B. Moderate working capital policy. So now 2018 and 2019 that we have calculated. The similar way we have to identify for 2017 for all the three companies, and we have to find out which type of working capital policy the company has.